I accidentally went over the time and end up drawing all this, so I'm going to have to do it again. This is a lot more than we had before, so I guess I'll go ahead and erase most of it so you can see what we have to memorize. Alright. So we know that we have that heart shape. Oops, wrong color. We know we had this heart shape here. And we had the shape. And then we know, right about here, we have the, we have the shoulder blades. We have our shoulders here. And then right about halfway, because this would be the belly button, so a little bit of the belly button, which is about pretty much halfway, you can draw little like angles like this, almost like imagine there's a circle there, and then another circle right here where the crotch would be. That, and just make sure it's the same distance from that. Hopefully you can see this, and just kind of make sure that the angle is the same as that angle. That way there's same distance there and there. And this is how you know this is where your elbows are gonna fall. So if you had that come out, then you'd have your wrist, and then this one would be like this, and like this, and then you'd have your hand. I'm gonna just kind of draw little shapes like that for now. Not the real shape of the arm, just little ovals. That way we know kind of the thickness. We kind of know, just so you have something to guide you when you're drawing, something to look at. Then we know that we're going to have this V shape here. It's going to tuck in, and then it'll curve out. So let's just go ahead and get that in there. Then the next thing we need to memorize is where this line here begins, and it obviously begins where the same place where the curve, pretty much halfway between this box. You can draw the X between it, and that's where you're a little bit below that, and that would be where your line's going to come up like so. Make sure I keep looking down at this, and then you have like these two muscles in the neck back here, but we're not going to really see those, and that's going to kind of give us that V in the back right here that comes out for the shoulders, where the neck's going to come down. Right now we're not focusing on too many details. We're just, the basic shapes where we know what to memorize. That way when you draw, remember that if this is a dent and the light's coming from this way, the ends, that where the side the light's coming from will be shaded like that, and this side would be highlighted. And if it was the other way around, it'd be opposite. So if it was sticking out, and I'm going to end up coming in and fixing this up when I end up drawing the real one. So I just want to kind of draw that shape, because you don't want to go too. It barely goes past the halfway point where those two boxes connect. Okay, so actually I'm gonna go ahead anyway. So you want to draw this shape in here. It's just a circle, and draw the two lines on. I think, oh yeah, we already did that, huh? Okay. So remember this part here, this halfway part, and then we have like this part down here. That's where the ankles are going to be. So I know the ankles to be, down in there, which I just draw circles. And I want to do the flow lines for the legs. So you go to the halfway point here, like so. Then you have another one which goes to the ankle, and it's kind of like an M from the back. So that's just the lines. The knee, remember, is in the halfway part, so we can draw the shape of the knee. I'll go ahead and make this where hopefully you can see how all this is going to line up here. And so you'd have the knee here. So just draw like two circles for now for the knee. And we know that this line in this heart shape here just kind of keep drawing down to the knee, like that. So that's going to be our thigh. Then for now, I'm just going to draw this. These are going to be the basic, we're just learning the basic shapes for now. Just kind of draw like a shape like that. Doesn't have to be what it's going to end up looking like. You just want to make sure you have something there to kind of guide you. Okay, so there we go. Those are the shapes that you're going to memorize. Once we have this memorized, then we can turn it down and now go in and learn the curvature. We can go in and learn the lines that make up the form. And the first thing I'm going to do that is I'm going to turn this down. I'll turn that off for now. And I'm going to make another layer on top of this, and I'm going to use the same color, I'm going to draw my flow lines again, but I'm going to draw them closer together. And I'm going to give her slightly longer legs, because her legs look, from looking, her legs look a little short to me. And so, you kind of got to also go by what you see. If the measurements are perfect and it just doesn't look right to you, then just change it. And I'm going to draw this heart shape coming a little bit closer. Then there's going to be this triangle shape. You want to memorize that too. It goes like that. And that's where you get these little dents sometimes. And I'm going to come in with that shape there. Have my knees, the circles, and then I'm going to come down with my calves. Okay, so about like that. Okay, so that's about right. And actually, I might even pull the legs in closer together, just because even though the basic shapes are there, I like to draw right on the basic shapes. So I'm gonna tuck it in a little bit more. Push pause real quick. Actually, no, I don't have to push pause. I just don't want to waste time. So how should I do this? I'll do it like this. I don't feel like drawing it again, so I'll see if this works. Bring this up here, kind of tuck it in. If you know how to do that in Photoshop, it's really easy. You just select the part you want to move, then go to Free Transform, move the little circle where you want the joint to be, and there. Okay, now also, if I wanted to follow this exactly, which I'm not, but just kind of have it there where you can see, the parts that we're doing. And I could just, zoom in all the way. But anyway, so if I wanted to, I could move the arm in. Just easier way to instead of redrawing it, would just be do that same thing again. Put it on the joint there, and then I can move the arm in where I would want it. So that's a cool little trick. Now that we have this part memorized, if you have these, the basic form shape, just like for the front, and then you can draw this from, from the back every single time, then you're ready to memorize the curvature, the lines. And I'm out of time for this video pretty much, so go ahead and visit the link in the description, please. All you have to do is click it. You don't have to read any of my articles, but if you want to read the articles, they're there. Some of the articles sometimes will be on using Photoshop and drawing and photo manipulation and stuff. Some of them will be on writing, just different things. But it just helps support me by clicking on it. I get credit just for you clicking on the link. And that way I can continue bringing you these free videos. And so the next video, we'll continue on the back side and learn all the lines. And the lines are pretty much the same as the front, so we won't really be learning much. Not much memorizing.